So, Dandy, who is at the top right here, is the Orange Terran. He's gonna have an interesting time here, playing a cross-map PvP. But I mean, as he said, that was his map choice, and now he's got to live with the consequences. I mean, it's quite interesting though how drastically different the game can play out in this matchup in particular. If you're horizontal spawns, for example, versus cross positions. Like horizontal spawns is awful for PvT, I feel, and cross positions is amazing. Super open map. A lot of it is actually unbuildable, isn't it? And yeah, you can just split the map. You can just get all your extra gateways. Just smash the Terran every time he moves out of his base. It's a fun time.
Yeah, and also, I mean, there's a few examples that I can give. One was when I was streaming Ladder yesterday. I got tilted on an incredibly bad game on this map because I pushed the wrong way in cross positions. Wait, it wasn't cross, it was vertical. Either way, but there is the pro player Shuttle who got okay, he's been hard counted in the past because he is known as the cross map carrier guy. It doesn't matter what map it is, if it's cross map, he will build carriers. And I mean, are we going to see MaNa go carriers here? I've not actually seen too much of MaNa's PvT since he's come back. But it looks like Dandy is going to try on 1-Rax FE again.
Oh man, Dandy is not scared. He's going for the same strategy there. I can't believe it. Well, I mean, I guess you figure, you know, the guy's not going to do the same proxy road with 2 games in a row, right?
MaNa goes for a cross scout straight away. It's a Protoss rigged map, I'm telling you. Sayle with the dodgy maps.
Oh man, this map actually gives any Protoss players on it map hacks and just gives them vision of everything.
Yeah, the cool thing is for Dandy though, Dandy, because he saw the angle at which the probe was coming in, is actually going to scout cross himself. So he does know that MaNa's going to be cross positions here, so he's going to feel a little bit better about going for the 1-Rax FE, but he's still going to have to be careful of any proxies. There are so many proxy locations on this map.
Yeah, but last game, remember, he lost track of the probe. He didn't actually follow the probe out. This game, I guess you just need to pay attention when the probe leaves the base. And now the probe is going to leave, right? So now, maybe it's worth it, you know, to have the Marine move out a little bit further. Just check, you know, around the mineral only, for example, behind the minerals here. That's a nice proxy location. And just make sure. You could even, you know, potentially build your next depot, like, on the left side of your main, just to give yourself vision on all the cloudy bits, the foggy bits. And the probe is going to the top.
Yep, it's going to hide at the top. Whether or not this is for his 3rd pylon and a proxy Reaver again is to be foretold. But he has to actually, I think he delayed his 1st Dragoon a little bit there. So, oh no, oh wow, this is quite clever from MaNa. Look at this, he's hiding his 3rd pylon in the very bottom corner of his base. The SUV scout has left. Now, has Dandy done the same thing? It looks like he's going to the top left position. And I think he may have shift-clicked it back again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense to me with, like, the random position. Yes, look,
yeah, he has.
I was like, why is he going to these random positions across the map? And the reason is just to give himself time. So the SCV takes a while to get there, and it's still... Right now, this is a gliding SCV. It will move through units that are trying to block the ramp because it's shift-clicked back to the minerals. This is actually a really cool scouting technique. I might actually copy this for my games.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to copy it because it's going to help me so much in PvT. But look at this. The 2nd Dragoon does get out anyway. Is Dandy going to be able to spot this 3rd pylon? I'm going to switch to his vision on my recording for when I put the bots up, but he doesn't. He doesn't see that 3rd pylon. So is he going to think there's going to be another proxy? How is he going to react to this?
Oh man, he's not going to see anything useful. He's not going to see the Nexus going up. He's probably going to be really scared. Maybe, you know, we'll see how he reacts, whether he overreacts with too many defenses or anything. By the way, for anyone who doesn't quite understand what we were talking about with the shift clicking, so if you hold shift and you input more commands, like right clicks to mine and stuff, that basically queues up commands in the unit. And normally when units move, they have unit collision, right? You can't move through units. The only exception to that is when, well, there's a couple exceptions, but the main one is when workers are mining, they don't have unit collision. So basically, by moving far away and then by shift-click mining back to the minerals while you have vision, it allows you to move your worker through anything that might be blocking the ramp, which would normally block you because of unit collision. And of course, you have to do it that way because if you lose vision of the minerals, it doesn't work anymore. You can't right-click to vision to minerals in Fog of War and actually gain the same effect. So that's kind of what we were talking about there.
Yeah, we see the adaptation, by the way. Dandy doesn't want to lose the same thing again. He's already got his engineering bay. He's actually adding a turret as natural already. But I think MaNa is actually just going to hide a third base in this top left corner.
That is looking quite possible here, Kicks. Doing the greedy fast third base for Protoss, but not in the conventional way, actually doing it as a hidden base, although he's actually building a pylon at the front first, so potentially going to wall that in against any kind of vultures running around here. Meanwhile, he grabbed 1 or 2 SCVs at the front, but is holding, holy, a lot of turrets.
Dandy's built 2 turrets, yeah, he's building a turret ring as well. Well, he's actually got 2 in his main. Has he got 1 at his main CC? No, he hasn't. So technically, he could still die to DT drop, but that isn't coming, thankfully for him. But he has seriously overreacted, and all of this is down to that hidden third pylon. That was a very well played thing by... But he's still going Reavers anyway. I just realized there's a revived support bay in his main. I mean,
oh, man.
Reavers worked last time, but the thing is, he doesn't know about all of these turrets, so...
Tried to pick off 1 more SCV, but is scared away by the siege tank. Nice positioning on the siege tank, not too far forward, just hiding behind this wall, so it's difficult for the Dragoons to run in and snipe it. They would take a lot of marine damage if they did try. Meanwhile, he's got his double factories with machine shops now to pump out those siege tanks, getting an academy for that comsat just to see what's going on. And the probe at the top left will eventually take this base. It's actually interesting that he's deciding to take it kind of the hidden base rather than a close one, because if you open Reavers, you can generally, you know, with good micro, actually defend your fast third base if you want to, rather than, you know, needing it to be hidden, needing it to be that risky. But it looks like he's just going to go for it anyway. I mean, that's fine. Anyway, taking another main is nice because the main base has a lot of extra minerals, right?
Yeah, Dandy's also going for a third CC, but he's building it in the pretty much middle of his main for some reason rather than close to the minerals. Maybe he just wants to hide it a bit better against any potential observers. But he doesn't have scan yet, so he has no idea this Reaver is on the way. His blind counter to the Reaver proxy has actually helped him a lot here. The scanners are now finally coming up as well.
Indeed, they are. Looks like they will be ready shortly to give him an idea of what's happening. He's getting the armory as well that will help allow him to build Goliaths to actually move out and defend the shuttle and stop it from, you know, blocking his third base. And there, the turret does see the shuttle. Don't know if Danny actually knows that. Okay, he's got to see it now. And MaNa just poking around the perimeter. He's got shuttle speed, interestingly, but that's not going to help him against the turret ring.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is he sort of bounced away and then bounced back into the other turret there, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he realizes he can't do much damage with this, so he's likely going to have to either pull back or just use the shuttle to defend against any possible move-outs.
Is that pylon wall at the top left Vulture tight? Can Vulture squeeze in on the right side? Like, that looks like a really big gap to me.
I don't think that Vultures can get through there, but it's very possible. I mean, Dandy hasn't actually built any Vultures yet. He doesn't have Vulture speed, at least, or mines, so he'll be getting mines at the moment, and he's only now adding on to his 4 factories.
Yeah. Also, interestingly, like, he can't leave with this third command center yet. Like, this is completely useless. He's not even building SCVs from the third command center. Like, he's so scared of MaNa right now. It's actually really funny. It's actually kind of cute.
Especially because MaNa only actually has 4 Dragoons out in front of his base.
Exactly. Like, Dandy could just run out here and just smack all these Dragoons in the face, but he is so terrified of that Reaver. He just doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to move out. I mean, to be fair, you know, again, this is a bubble match here. The winner of this is guaranteed some amount of prize money, and the loser gets nothing. And Dandy is already down 0-1, so he doesn't want to make any risky plays. You know, MaNa's already shown that he's very capable of going for the quick kill, the decisive killing blow. So Dandy just playing it safe, but I don't know if that's like the winning move here, because you can see MaNa already mining the top left, and he was even able to transfer probes there without Dandy seeing it.
Yeah, Dandy did use one of his scans. He's actually saved his scan from his natural, only using it now. He did see the Reaver tech, and he saw all the gateways, but he's checking with Vultures at every single base, minus the one that MaNa has actually taken. So Dandy is in the complete dark at what's going on right now, and that's only going to add to his fear. He's going to try and push out now. There is a Reaver there, though, and Reavers do so much damage to tanks.
Boom, 1 tank falls. The goons need to peace out, though. 1 Dragoon also falls in exchange, although I'm sure that's an exchange MaNa would be okay to take there. And now the speed shuttle is coming back on the top. He's going to have the high ground advantage here as well. The tanks don't have vision up here. He can actually walk to the edge and shoot that one on the side, but he's not going to risk it, though, as the command center comes down.
I think he's waiting to see if he can get the SCVs when they transfer, but he's too far over. Oh my god, there's no turret there. He's gonna get the SCVs just as they've transferred to the minerals.
Is there something else in the shuttle? There's a Zealot! There's the SCV stack! Ah!
Oh my god!
T-ball!
Oh, it gutted out. That would have killed so many SCVs. Did he actually lose the Reaver there?
Yeah, he did. It's dead.
Yeah, so not the best of engagements for MaNa there, but I mean, Dandy's still got. Oh, MaNa's actually walking out into mines.
Oh man, unfortunate. Hey, thank you Eon Zerg for the host, by the way. I guess Eon Zerg was also streaming his first-person view. So welcome to all of Eon's viewers. We are in a round of 8 match here between Dandy and MaNa, with MaNa in the lead, and some interesting openings here. Very unfortunate miss Scarab there. But I think MaNa's still in a good position. He's taking his mineral only now. Some Vulture's going to come in, but they can't really do anything, realistically.
Now, Dandy's still not seen this top left third base. He doesn't know what's going on. And we do see the Templar Archives and Stargate coming up, so rather than carriers, looks like we will see Arbiters coming out of MaNa here.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, Circuit Breaker I don't think is the best map for carries anyway. There is some terrain, so it's not that bad, but you know, playing a standard gateway game, an Arbiter game is absolutely fine. By the way, if I were a Dandy right now, I would think I was really far ahead, because this looks like the third base of MaNa is slower than the third base of the Terran, which usually is quite bad, right? As Protoss, you want to be ahead on the expansions, when in fact, obviously, we know that the top left is there. He's trying to do some Vulture-esque now. Got to be careful not to blow up any probes with these Zealots. Looks like the one in the main, or I thought one got into the main, but looks like actually not. But Dandy actually taking a very fast fourth, though, at the 12 o'clock kicks.
Yeah, he's finally got enough map vision to understand that MaNa is a bit far back. And taking a really early fourth on this map is very common. He will need to wall that off. But if he does wall that off, though, that'll only favor MaNa, because MaNa has that top left base, and if Dandy wants to push it, he's going to have to go straight through the middle of the map. Now, I know you say this isn't the best carrier map, but there is a reason why this is known as the cross-map carrier map. Like, carriers are so strong on Circuit Breaker, it's insane. Now, you say there's not much terrain, but it's more purely for the pocket expansions on the left and right. Yeah. Carriers can bounce back and forth through those bases, and Goliaths cannot catch them. It is really frustrating to play against.
It's fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe I've just had enough of carriers, seeing like all the freaking Bonneth games where it's carriers all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please, let's just see some recalls. Dude, all I want to do, Kicks, is just scream recall. Just one time, just let it all out, you know? I've been waiting to scream it. I haven't seen any good recalls in a long time.
Dandy's found the base. Well, at least he's trying to move a Vulture up there and it's bugged. I don't know if he's noticed this. But he does actually add a cannon there as well, so this could actually kill the Vulture.
This poor Vulture guy's like, let me in! Hey!
Now, Dandy scanned the main again. He does see the Arbiter Tribunal coming up, but no, he doesn't. He just misses the Arbiter Tribunal, but it does look like he saw the Stargate, so he will know at least there should be some Arbiters, but there is two Stargate Arbiters coming.
Wait,
and he scanned the top left base now.
Why is the Cybernetics core spinning? Is that +1 air weapons? That cannot be Dragoon range.
Fleet Beacon! Told you, cross-map carriers,
Oh
Sayle.
my god, no! I just said I wanted to see recalls and he goes carriers now!
Well, he's building Arbiters as well, though. He's got, unless he's building 2 scouts. Just going 2 scouts for fun, we're gonna see scout speed. Just gonna go with like mass scouts now.
You know,
just to throw everybody off.
Interestingly, Danny's Vulture Harass has been quite effective in this game. MaNa doesn't really seem to be controlling his army that well. He constantly runs units into the spider mines. He loses a lot of probes on every single harass. He kind of tries to chase after them, but obviously the speed Vultures are so fast that it's really not effective. And now he's running through the middle of the map again, taking a lot of losses to the spider mines. The supply is actually surprisingly close, given that I thought MaNa was ahead from the early game here. And MaNa's trying to figure out where he wants to go, but he actually doesn't have that much in the way of the ground army, although he's actually maxed right now. Where's all the supply?
Well, he's building 2 carriers. He's got 2 Arbiters in his main as well. And he does have a semi-decent probe count. He may have lost a few, but he's certainly done a good job of keeping them up. And it looks like we're going to see an engagement. He's actually got a Storm as well. A huge Storm on most of the Vultures. And Danny's going to have to be careful. But look at that huge tank hit. About 8 Dragoons died in the same spot. So much blue goo absolutely everywhere. But
Man.
all MaNa needs to do is delay. Dandy can't attack the top left yet. He has four gateways up there building units as well. And the fact he's going carriers means as long as he can hold on long enough, Dandy still does not know about this. I don't think. He's not swapped into Goliath, so he's gonna have to be very careful. He's actually thrown down a couple of scans again. Scan the bottom middle.
Oh my god, he's going in though, but there could be a big stasis! Huge stasis on 5 of the tanks! He's dropping zealots on the back as well! He doesn't seem to have that many units. Are we gonna see a big storm here though? Can MaNa actually break through this? I don't think so. He's lost all of his... No, he doesn't. He's got a few more zealots left at the front. There's no Psionic Storm on this Templar. The stasis was good, but I don't know if it's enough. A few Goliaths are actually out. They're trying to take down this Arbiter, but they might fall first, and MaNa is going to lose his entire ground force, it seems. Not going to be able to finish off these tanks in the stasis. The thing is, Dandy is building off 9 factories, and MaNa only has a few more. He's got 8 gateways in the main and 4 in the top left. So 12 gates to 9 factories is pretty insane.
Yeah.
Like, I think you need, like, well, I guess to be fair, he is making the carriers, but that does mean he's slightly vulnerable. He's got to be careful not to throw away too many ground units in case Dandy can mount a big attack.
He hasn't blown up the wall in the top left, so his Dragoons are actually stuck.
Yep.
Oh, and we see some more Volterax going in. Interestingly, MaNa has neglected to build cannons. He does have a big mineral bank. Now, one very powerful thing about... Oh my god, that was a huge mine. One of the powerful things about going carriers is you can just build cannons everywhere, and he has neglected that, feeling like he had so much control in the middle of the map. This Arbiter actually comes back to defend against the Vultures, but the Vultures kill the cannons, so they're going to be here a while.
The first 3 carriers are out. They do have their +1 air weapons ready, Kicks. But now the ground army is moving out here. Still only a couple of Goliaths, still making mass Vultures, still apparently unaware of the carrier switch, but he's still got enough time though. There's still going to be a wall before the critical mass comes out. 3 carriers is not particularly scary just yet with only the +1 attack. And is 2-1 finished? Yes, 2-1 is just finished. +2 attack just finished. That's the move out timing. 1-0 done on the Protoss army, but this could potentially kill MaNa right now. 20 supply advantage for Dandy. Can MaNa hold on? Can the carriers come out and save him?
The carriers are out. He's not hiding them anymore, but he needs to be very careful. Dandy's taking this, or trying to take this 5th base over on the right, and all of these tanks, I mean, this is so annoying. Look at this, the Arbiter cloaking the carriers as well.
Oh god.
These Goliaths cannot do anything right now, although they do get the Arbiter.
Wow, he's picking off so many free siege tanks. Dandy's actually not running away anymore. He's standing and fighting. I don't know what he's doing. Dandy losing a lot of units. Interestingly, Dandy's still with a slight supply lead. And looks like a 3 o'clock base, as soon as he lands it, will start mining, but a big retreat here. He's got to have more Goliaths coming out here. Finally, a round of Goliaths. I think he does have his Goliath range now as well, and those Goons Kicks are still just stuck at the top left. MaNa just doesn't realize what's going on over there, but look at this. Dandy could lose the 3 o'clock. He's building a lot of turrets to try and save it.
Yeah, that isn't going to be enough turrets. The carriers should get there in time. I'm just looking on the minimap for when the extra carriers do come out. Looks like they still haven't finished. One of them has finished. He's not rallying over though. But look at the lack of anti-air from Dandy. His gas is so high though that he can actually just spam Goliaths out of the 9 factories he has. And this is going to allow him to hold on.
Man, he's lost so many tanks though that he's plummeted in supply down to 154. These 5 carriers now, they don't have +2 yet, but they're picking up so many units. The last Goliath is dead at the front. He's gonna lose another siege tank for free. I think he should have pulled, I don't know why he kept engaging there against the carriers. I guess he just really wanted to save that 3 o'clock base, but that cost him so many tanks. And he's running around with Vultures now, but this carrier switch, I think maybe has done it, although the mass turrets at the 3 o'clock do actually save it, and Dandy is sneakily taking the bottom right main as well.
Yeah, MaNa's carrier control here isn't as good as it can be. He has lost a carrier to just Goliaths, and he's missed out on killing this vessel. He's going to try and go in against all the turrets. He's going to lose the carriers to the turrets.
Oh man, Goliath's coming in to try and snipe it. Is he going to scan to give himself vision? One of the carriers getting quite low on health. But
he lost all the carriers, Sayle. Every single carrier went down minus these 2 that have just been built. These won't have interceptors yet.
Wait,
and
what?
The strength of the carriers is gone.
Wait, there's 8 carriers on my screen.
Okay, I can only see 2 carriers. I think I've bugged.
Wait, what the heck? I'm like, wait, Kix, what are you talking about? There's 8 carriers on the screen. Wait, how can you bug? It's not even a replay. It's a live game.
Okay, so on my screen, MaNa just threw away all his carriers on the turrets at the turrets of the 3 o'clock. Dandy's units are all idle.
What? Guys, Kix got a freaking...
How is this possible?
You got replay bugged in a live game. You've desynced from a live game. What is... Blizzard, please.
How is this possible? This game was never... I must admit, I was so confused when you said he's lost so many tanks, he's down 150 supply, and I'm like...
Oh my god, Kix, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the carriers are going in for the kill here. Danny's got a lot of tanks, so the ground army's pulling back. The carriers have to do as much as they can, but look at this. He's approaching critical mass here. He's got at least 7 carriers that I can click. Maybe 9, actually. It's hard for me to tell, but I think one of them might have just been picked off. It's a big clash here over the 3 o'clock base. The bottom right base has finished, but he can't actually transfer workers over there because the battle is in between his own SCVs and the main army here.
I can see the scans going where they're actually going down. And Dandy on my screen is transferring a load of SCVs to the 3 o'clock. Now,
yeah.
Who is in the real game?
Oh my god. Well, in my game, in my game, MaNa's winning. I don't know about your game, but if MaNa wins my game, we're counting my game. I don't care about your game, Kix.
Yeah. Okay,
wait.
Both of them are transferring workers now, but MaNa's not attacking anymore. He's not built any more
MaNa
units.
is definitely attacking Kix. He's going for the 12 o'clock. He's going for the win. It looks like Kix has now entered an alternate reality where Terran is winning the game, and I am still in the best reality where Protoss is winning the game. Who knows which one is right? We are in parallel universes. You have entered the TeamLiquid Twilight Zone, ladies and gentlemen. But it looks like
Dandy's just Dandy. The 5 o'clock base.
Dandy's gonna hold on to the 12 o'clock. I don't know what is happening on this cast right now, guys. Does wait, can somebody see on MaNa's stream, like, whether what I'm seeing actually matches what MaNa's seeing? Can you imagine if MaNa and Dandy were playing 2 different games right now?
Oh my god, that would be so weird. It's so strange. Looking at Dandy's vision, he's like scanning, and he's moving his camera around where I'd expect it to be going, but none of his units are actually moving. I am definitely desynced. I can see MaNa's camera going all over the 3 o'clock base as well.
Oh man. We've got a drop, by the way, at the bottom right. It looks like it's just a Zealot drop here, a triple Zealot drop. He's found the hidden expansion. The main Terran army is now moving out. It's maxed on max. What are the upgrades? 3-2 finish for the Terran mech, 2-1 for the Protoss. It looks like +2 attack is done for the carriers. I figured out control click is actually a way to actually click at how many carriers there are. There are the storms though. Here are the psionic storms, but it looks like MaNa does not want to engage this army. The Zealots are actually chasing those SCVs all the way to the 3 o'clock base, which is only defended by turrets. The 3 Zealots could potentially just kill all of the SCVs here. MaNa is taking the top left natural here. He's still microing back in the middle of the map. What an insane game this is. 3 Zealots just running amok in the SCVs. I don't think Danny's paying attention. He's too busy trying to micro against the carriers right now. 10 carriers are on the field. We are approaching the unwinnable critical mass. Shuttle still just scouting out this base. Zealot's just killing everything. 9 kills on the Zealot. Dandy does not realize what is actually happening at his base. Oh my god, Kix, this game is insane. I don't know about your game. It sounds like your game's just all bugged out.
Yeah, I saw like the shuttle go into the bottom right, didn't see anything drop down, but saw the SUVs run away. Like, some of the units seem to be moving, but the others, I keep seeing Dandy's tanks on siege and siege randomly. I don't know what's going on.
Kix, there's a 15 kill Zealot in my game. It killed 15 SCVs at the 3 o'clock base. Dandy finally figured it out, but he lost almost every SCV at the 3 o'clock. 3 Zealots killed like 35 workers between them. And now, MaNa is going for the 12 o'clock base. Dandy plummeting to 30 supply behind. The shuttle is still just AFK at the bottom right. What else is happening in the bases? More carriers are being produced. A lot of bases have been mined out. MaNa finally transferring here to the top left natural. Looks like a lot of carriers are getting killed here. Kix is trapped in an alternate reality, guys. We need to get him out. We need to bring him back to the world where Protoss is winning the game. He's in a horrible universe where Terran is actually too strong. Although, that might actually be our own universe. But either way, 12 o'clock yet again going to be held. He's trying to abuse this little high ground area. You can see the Goliaths can't quite path correctly. And actually, this is a great terrain feature for the carriers to use here. MaNa is slowly but surely whittling down the tanks. If he can pick off all the tanks, the goons can actually go in here and finish off this base. Oh my god. By the way, Kicks, the chat wants to know who's the president in your reality.
To be honest, I don't even know.
Are we still in the EU, Kicks? Wait a minute, if we're in the EU in your reality, I want to join you.
I want to point out that on my game, Dandy has a 10k minimum.
I mean, it's not far from me. Right now, I have 5k, 4k for MaNa, and 3k for Dandy.
Yeah, so in this reality, MaNa has mined out his top left base. He's distance mining from the 10 o'clock. He's not built a Nexus. And I mean, Dandy's camera, he's moving tanks around, like, to the 12 o'clock for no reason. Nothing is happening right now on my game. I didn't even think it was possible to get a replay bug in a live game, but it has.
Everything is happening in my game, Kicks. 2 DTs have shut down the bottom right base here. Dandy is mining off the 12 and the 3, but the 12 is going to be mined out very soon, but he's still holding on. And actually, MaNa is not that high in minerals himself. He's got the 6 o'clock, but not that many probes. Mineral only has very few probes. MaNa is actually quite low eco, but the thing is, MaNa has so much bank, and he's bringing out the psionic storms to make these 3-3 Goliaths back up away from the carriers. +3 attack is done for the carriers, 3-2 done for the Protoss ground. But we are actually entering a low income situation, but the ground army actually has walked into the top, the 12 o'clock position. There is a storm. It looks like it's gonna get cleaned up, but it seems to have killed almost all of the SCVs. What a crazy game this is right now. I think the big critical decider though is 10 carriers are still alive. It's a critical mass. He's gonna be caught in the middle of the map though. He's gonna run away. He's gonna run away from all these Goliaths. He's doing the move and shoot. Is he gonna lose any of these carriers? It looks like he won't. Oh my god. Holy moly, Kicks. It looks like you couldn't take it anymore. You couldn't stand that many carriers and you warped yourself away.
I phased myself into another
dimension where the carriers aren't doing anything. But unfortunately for Dandy, he cannot do that. He must stay in this reality with 10 carriers on the field. I wonder how many kills some of these carriers have. Is there like any insane kill count carrier? Interestingly, none of the oh my god, okay, there's a 24 kill carrier. But many of the other ones actually don't have insane kill counts compared to that 15 kill Zella that we saw earlier. And here we go. Another engagement in the middle of the map. But look, I love how MaNa is not overcommitting to any of the engagements. He's always moving in, trying to pick off what he can with the carriers and backing off. He's not just suiciding all his units in. As soon as he sees the siege up, he just backs up. You can see he's got perfect vision with the observer, although that's getting picked off. But the army now coming in here, he saw the on siege. Is he gonna commit? No, once again backing up. Oh my god, 16 kills for the 2 TDs at the bottom right base. And what is going on here? Triple Stargate still adding more and more carriers to the field. I guess that kind of explains it, because MaNa has lost carriers here and there, but you know, he's just staying at max supply, plenty of bank, taking the top left mineral only even. More observers coming out just to keep an eye on the Terran army. Danny's got to do something or he's going to mine out pretty soon.
How many upgrades does MaNa actually have on his carriers, just out of interest?
They are 3-0-0, and it looks like 3-2 ground against 3-3 mech is the current state of the upgrades. Meanwhile, we're going to have another big engagement, just constant skirmishing here in the middle of the map. But MaNa has this finished Nexus right next to actually a whole bunch of Terran units, but Dandy isn't aware of this. He's too busy just skirmishing with the Protoss army in the middle of the map. Looks like he is able to actually land this bottom right base, although are the Vultures going to be able to see this? The carriers are actually just fighting in open field, which usually isn't a good idea, but they have a lot of support on the ground from the Psionic Storm, from the Dragoons, although a couple of Templars are going to get blown up here. He's going to maybe get one of these carriers. No! 11 HP! And one plating is finished as well for the carriers. Oh my god, what a freaking game this is. Can Dandy actually start mining from the bottom right here? That could be really interesting. If Dandy can, right now, he can actually send all the units from the 12 o'clock to go and attack the top left natural, as well as kill off that mineral only base. And if he did that, MaNa would be on almost no income as well, which would be really, really interesting situation. But unfortunately, Dandy doesn't realize what's happened. I'm assuming my game hasn't bugged because MaNa's actually microing, or both players are microing their units correctly in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
So
there's like 9 carriers in the 6 o'clock for me, just sat there.
Okay, alright, so I guess we're okay. I mean, guys, think about it this. Maybe there are even 3 realities, and the actual game being played is completely different from what I'm seeing and what Kix is seeing. There could even be 4 realities where Dandy and MaNa both have different versions of the game, and nobody knows who wins in the end.
No, and they didn't actually get into the semi-finals in the 4th reality.
Oh my god.
In the actual reality, True Touch is playing against wait, that's the other side of the bracket. Either way, some crazy stuff going on now. One thing I really want to do is actually load up the replay after this game and see if I can see the actual game.
Yeah.
Or if I just get this.
I'm pretty sure your replay will be bugged out though. Like, it wouldn't, otherwise it would really boggle my mind. But it looks like we have a trillion turrets being made at the bottom right. A lot of SCVs transferred here as well. Dandy taking control of this right side of the map, and we are going to see a long game here. I thought that by reaching the critical mass of carriers that, you know, MaNa would just steamroll Dandy, but Dandy doing remarkably well against what has been 10, you know, +3 attack carriers for a really long time here, and it's not like MaNa has bad control either. MaNa has been playing this pretty well himself. Holy moly, more air upgrades, more shield upgrades for the Protoss. He's mining from the top left, mineral only. Just this battle in the middle of the map has just been non-stop. Oh my god, the huge stasis! He gets so many interceptors as well. I don't even know if that was necessary, but it looks freaking cool. Look at all these interceptors, just like, I'm stuck, let me go home. Oh wait, there's DTs on the field. There's DTs on the field as well. They're zapping stuff, they could potentially mind bomb stuff.
Are they chasing some tanks in the middle of the map? Because if they are, I can see the tanks running away.
The tanks are actually running towards a stasis. The tanks are running towards the carriers. Dandy has no fear right now. He's got the bottom right. He's still building more and more turrets. He just wants as many turrets as possible. I mean, turrets are pretty cheap, and they're actually not bad at least delaying the carrier attack here. Oh my god. We are still fighting, but look at this. Dandy's gaining ground. MaNa is slowly being pushed further and further left. Interestingly, MaNa hasn't taken the 9 o'clock yet. I really feel like MaNa probably wants to take the 9 o'clock. By the way, 12 o'clock is mined out, 3 o'clock is half mined out, MaNa's mineral only is mined out, and his 6 o'clock is basically mined out. We are slowly but surely mining out the entire map. It is going to come down to who has more bank and who is more efficient. And unfortunately for Dandy, MaNa has almost 10,000 minerals banked. Even though Dandy has been staying in this game, MaNa has been using his resources so much more efficiently just due to how crazy good carriers are when you micro them well. Although it looks like he's not got that many interceptors flying out for some reason. Maybe he actually has lost a significant number of interceptors, it seems. Like, the cloud is very small for what it should be, given that he has 11 carriers on the field, but there's not that many Goliaths left either. Where the rest of the Goliaths? More Goliaths are coming down here. Protoss units have finally found the bottom right base. Dragoons moving in, but oh, they actually managed to kill that mine. Tanks rolling down to support this base. 3 carriers are actually AFK at my 6 o'clock as well, Kix. Actually, you weren't wrong about that. Although it looks like he's just found them and is going to move them back. I don't know what they were doing there. Maybe there was a vulture harass that I completely missed. But what a freaking insane game.
I've just tuned into your stream to see what's actually happening. Now, I think the weird thing is, there are some units that actually still exist in my reality that are in your game that are still moving, like those tanks I saw sieging. And he's actually building a turret in the exact same place, but nothing else is the same. Like, there's a big battle going on your stream right now. I mean, there's so many interceptors, so I think there's just too many carriers. Even with, I mean, Dandy is gas broke. He's not going to be able to rebuild these Goliaths.
Oh man, he's losing so many more. More are coming down. He's still maxed out pretty much though in supply. He managed to pick off one of the carriers. The 10 are remaining here on the field. Oh man, he needs to start mining this gas. He's only mining with one guy on the bottom right gas. I don't know about the bottom right main. The bottom right main is actually not mining gas at all. That's why he's so gas starved. His only 2 fresh expansions are not even mining gas. There are no SCVs on those gas geysers. A billion tanks in the middle of the map. These guys should go and attack the top left. Danny needs to attack the top left with his siege tanks. I guess he just wants a platform for the Goliaths to be able to fall back to. He goes in. He's going in. He's picking off one of the carriers. Can he pick off another one? He's trying to get a second one. but he's not able to. He's throwing away all his Goliaths. A second carrier, no, he does fall. MaNa stops moving back, loses 2 carriers here, but these tanks are such a waste. Why is he not killing the top left bases? These are completely undefended. I guess the issue is, if he leaves the Goliaths without tank support, he's afraid that MaNa will come in with Dragoons and actually kill all the Goliaths with Dragoons, so he needs a base of tanks to fall back to in case the Protoss ground army moves back. But look at this, I think there's is there 2 control groups of carriers right here? There might actually be 2 control groups here. There's a full 12 when I do the control click. He's still microing back here. MaNa's
the crazy
hands.
thing is, Dandy needs to be really careful, because you say go and attack the top left. All it would take is a mass flood of zealots to kill absolutely everything Dandy has right now.
True.
And he can't afford to lose those tanks.
That is an excellent point, Kicks. It seems so frustrating to seeing all those undefended bases. Although, to be fair, a couple of random zealots sent to the bottom right could do something, although there are a bunch of units in the main base, but the natural is undefended. And uh-oh, another carrier does fall here in the middle. But man, I can't, how tired must both players be? I mean, this has been non-stop micro for like the last 20 minutes continuously. Like, carrier micro is not that easy. You have to keep the carriers moving, keep moving and shooting. His freaking fingers must be killing him right now.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen on your stream, MaNa is doing an incredible job. I mean, slowly but surely, Dandy is securing those bottom right bases. He needs to get that gas though. And I mean, this is an even map split. I mean, we could even see the map mined out at this point, and when there's usually this many carriers, to actually get to the... I think the big problem that MaNa has is he's not just going to kill the extra bases.
Oh my god, sorry, MaNa's losing carriers, he lost 2 more, he's gonna lose 3, he's down to 7! Dandy with a big catch there, just as I said, MaNa must have been getting tired. I think he messed up on his micro a little bit, but he's now switched back into ground. The ground army's coming in, but this is where those tanks come into play. Finally, the tanks have unsieged. They've been sieged there for a million years. Deep red for a lot of these carriers. And Dandy mined out all of his original bases. He's done a big transfer, though. He's still not mining gas from the bottom right main. That is a big mistake, given that he is short on gas right now. Really needs to be mining that bottom right main gas. There is a big stasis on the tanks. Is this the time? Are we going to see a deciding battle right now? 6 of the siege tanks are frozen, and here we go. The big engagement, Zealots, Dragoons, Carriers, High Templars. One of the Carriers does get sniped immediately. The Goliaths are ignoring everything. They're going straight for the Carriers. Can the tanks do enough right here? This could be the deciding engagement of the game, but it looks like after some good storms, MaNa is yet again going to pull back, and MaNa is now distance mining from the 9 o'clock. The top left natural has fallen. For some reason, MaNa never actually built a geyser, an assimilator at the natural geyser at the top left. So this is a full value gas geyser that hasn't been mined, and he's now distance mining. He's now taking the 9 o'clock base. The top left mineral only is actually still mining. Guys, there are very few resources even left on this map. Holy moly. Oh my god. Alright, looks like more engagements happening here at the bottom right corner. The carrier count is decreasing. We were up at 12 before, we're down to 8. 2 are in the deep red. MaNa, he's just getting tired of microing these all the time. He can't do it anymore. He's like, stop! Just leave, man! Oh my god, and another carrier falls!
He's not switched back into Zealots quick enough. Like, had he have built like 20, 30 Zealots before and just moved to the bottom right, he would have killed Dandy a long time ago. And also, MaNa never actually took that 9 o'clock base. I know he's distance mining. I actually saw the Nexus go off in my game. So he has built the Nexus, but still, it's just way too late. He needed this stuff a lot earlier. I think he's thrown away a massive advantage that he had. But it still led to suiciding game.
He's suiciding probes, Kicks. He doesn't need probes anymore. He's suiciding them into the siege tanks in the middle of the map. There's a recall going in. If there's a million turrets, there are siege tanks, there are mines. A recall of 6 Dragoons, and 2 Zealots goes down here. There's a billion turrets. The Arbiter falls, and the mine goes into the units. There's 3 siege tanks here. There's 5 siege tanks here. Can they actually pick this off? This game is crazy. He managed to find the angle where there were no turrets. He's running in here. The siege tanks are falling. The siege tanks actually can't get in because the turrets are in the way. SCVs are falling right now. Oh my god, Goliath's coming in to defend against freaking recalled Dragoons here. Where are the carriers? The carriers are actually floating around the 6 o'clock for some reason. There's nothing actually for them to do there. I don't know what they're doing. Terry can actually go and kill the 9 o'clock, but he's not sure where the carriers are. They're actually coming in here to snipe the new command center. Dandy was trying to sneak here to take the mineral only on the inside, and now we have yet again 11 carriers at the bottom right. The Goliaths are already here though, and now there are so many turrets, but look at the freaking interceptor swarm. The mass interceptor swarm is just unstoppable. Goliaths coming from the back. The carriers are surrounded. The carriers are trapped, Kicks. The Goliaths, they need to come down here. The carriers are in a very vulnerable position. How many are going to fall? 2 dead. 3 dead before they escape. A big positional mistake by MaNa, not realizing that he had nowhere to micro back to. He was on the edge of the map, and he's been cut down again to 8 carriers. What is this game even? MaNa, by the way, is only mining at the 9 o'clock and the top left mineral only, and his bank is dropping. He had 9k or something. It's down to 6k. This could be a mined out game. Who's going to be more efficient? MaNa's distance mining from the bottom right mineral only. Oh my god, Kicks. There's vultures at the 9 o'clock as well. He's losing more probes. He already sacked a lot of probes, so he actually doesn't have that many probes left mining here. We are actually back to vulture harass, Kicks. That's how far we've gone back.
Yeah, and Dandy, I mean, Dandy is in a good position now because he took those bases so late. It's kind of crazy to say that, but somehow he has outlasted the crazy carrier swarm.
What? He just killed another carrier.
Oh,
Kicks.
I just saw that. I guess there's a slight delay on your stream, but it's just absolutely insane that MaNa has just given away such a great advantage by just over-making carriers, I feel, and not going into enough ground. Imagine,
wow.
So in that position in the 6 o'clock you just saw, imagine if there was 4 High Templar that would storm.
Yep.
All those Goliaths would die. There's
Yep.
just not enough ground units for MaNa at all.
MaNa actually has not that much gas bank. He's only got 1,000 gas in the bank. He's just lost all his probes actually. He's actually having to rebuild probes. He suicided probes earlier to free up supply, and now he's got no probes to mine the 9 o'clock, so he has to rebuild probes. So he's only mining with like 9 probes in the whole game, in the whole map. The banks are now even. Dandy might actually win this game. I can't believe it. I thought he was dead 100%, but Dandy's mining out the bottom right main. Dandy will be on only 1 base, which actually only has like about half the mineral values left. He's gonna need to try and get this mineral only at the bottom right, and then once he does, that would mean every single base on the map has been taken and mined. We are approaching 40, actually we've just passed 42 minutes in the game, guys. We've passed the 42-minute mark in this PvT. This is the second game, by the way, with Dandy's tournament life on the line, so he is playing for his life, and he's potentially pulling off one of the insane comebacks, one of the most insane comebacks that we've seen in TL Open. Almost picking off this Arbiter, but not quite getting it. And apparently in the alternate dimension, one SCV is killing all of the probes like a baller. I kind of almost wish I was also casting from the alternate dimension just so we can just see ridiculous things happening all the time.
Yeah, not much has been happening for a while. There's been a lot of screen movement on the minimap. Luckily enough, I can see through your stream. But I mean, all that's happened is Dandy has just been building 1,000,000 turrets in the middle of the map and moving tanks around. So that's pretty much all that's happening.
We have another big engagement in the middle of the map, Kicks. 11 carriers and an Arbiter are here. The Goliaths are trying to move forward and take it down. A few Vultures tried to go to the 9 o'clock, but they were denied. That is so many Goliaths, but look at the supplies. Dandy actually now down to 157. He's got a big bank, though. He needs to start macroing. He needs to rebuild his Goliaths. He can't let his Goliath count fall too low either. He's running up. He's going to try and snipe some of the carrier bodies. Can he actually get them? I think he might have lost vision. He needs to scan again because the Arbiter nearby is actually cloaking. Wait a minute. Dandy is now in trouble. What's back here? 2 Zealots actually running ahead of everything else. The Goliath's unsupported. There's no siege tanks. The ground is coming in. This might be it. MaNa might have actually won the game here. Almost 45 minutes of non-stop carrier micro. And we might finally see a winner. The Protoss army is moving in. There are some siege tanks on the high ground, but the Zealots are moving in. This is exactly as you said, Kicks. He finally made some speed lots, and I think they are going to win him the game here. The Terran army is coming in from the backside, but this base is actually mined out. If he doesn't actually care about this base that much. but the Goliaths can't move across the bridges or they will get picked off by the carriers and the Dragoons. All the SCVs are going to fall at this base. The 9 o'clock base is still alive. The top left is still alive, and look at the supply. Dandy plummeting to 125. The command center might even die here. MaNa, after one of possibly the most excruciating games of his life, I'm sure, could actually close out this series 2-0, but it does not feel like a 2-0 win, Kicks. It feels like we played 5 games in this time.
I don't even know what, like, Brood War wasn't even released in this dimension. I'm seeing some weird game, and yeah, I think I've been trapped here for about 30 minutes now, maybe. It was around the time when MaNa was attacking into the 3 o'clock base with his carriers that I desynced, I think. I saw all the carriers die, and I mean, Dandy, I mean, he still has a bank, that's the thing. He can still keep making Goliaths, but MaNa's building carriers off of 4 bases.
Kicks, he picks off 2 more carriers with his Goliaths. Dandy is not gonna go out without a fight. MaNa back down to 9. The carry count has just been fluctuating all game, but look at this MaNa now, able to get this mineral only. This is the only fresh base on the map, by the way. Every other base has been mined at least partially. Even the 9 o'clock base is down to just 1,000 minerals per patch. This mineral only base is the only fresh one left. You can see there's like pretty much nothing left on this side, but Dandy actually has no income. Wait a minute. Oh my god, Dandy's not mining. Dandy is not mining right now, guys. He's got 1 billion SCVs. He's floating the command center from the bottom right main to the bottom right natural to try and take that base. He's trying to move down here to actually defend. He's got a lot of units actually coming down here. They're getting a little bit stuck on the bridges. If he had all his Goliaths here, he could actually do a better job against these carriers.
Yeah, in my reality, he's actually floating the 3 o'clock down to take that bottom right natural.
Oh man, alright, looks like there is the command center. The command center lands, and now we found a new battleground, guys. We fought over the middle of the map for a large portion of this game. Now the battle has moved to where the last resources lie on this map. This is like the post-apocalyptic world here. This is post-apocalyptic circuit breaker. You can see he's floating the command center towards the Nexus because he knows that how valuable these resources are. But 2DT's gonna take down the only siege tank that are there, and now the Dragoons, now finally the High Templar that everyone's been calling for. He's going for the command center. MaNa's going for the command center, but it's gonna cost him one of his carriers, or maybe not. And the High Templars are just walking into the Goliaths. All those storms, though. Every one of the storms doing so much damage. 1 siege tank in the back, but the command center will fall. The Goliaths will fall, and surely this is the end for Dandy. He will have no more mining once this command center falls. He's below 100 supply for the first time in almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, imagine if he had that storm 20 minutes ago.
There was a pause, Kicks. MaNa paused.
I know, I see the pause.
What? I thought it was a GG, and then I was like, wait, that was MaNa typing. Why would MaNa GG? And it was actually a pause. Not like this.
Yeah, so while we're paused, you know that that command center I saw? Oh, okay, there we go. He's gonna say go, and then Dandy's just gonna GG and leave or something.
Oh, man.
But he sent the 3 o'clock command center, and he sent it in the exact same direction as on your stream. So this is possibly the weirdest desync. You know that command center that Dandy built out like nearly 20 minutes ago at the mineral only? Yep. That's still alive, and Dandy's distance mining. They both have over 35,000 minerals and 10,000 gas in this alternate reality, but it looks like on your stream, MaNa is just going in for the kill. There's nothing left.
Guys, Kix is not even casting StarCraft. He's casting Star Wars Broodcraft on his monitor right now. Looks like though we have an attack here at the 9 o'clock. Dandy is going to cut off the last of MaNa's resources. There were some vultures actually at the mineral only that I think killed all the probes. So Dandy is still fighting this somehow, some way. He's going into the 9 o'clock. Oh my god. So many carriers though. It's too much, Kicks. I think this is too much. 10 carriers still alive. Random turrets in the middle of the map are going to get taken down. 60 supply for Dandy now. He's just walking around with his last few Goliaths, trying to do the best micro that he has ever done.
Yeah, someone said in your stream that like I'm beginning to think this game is bugged too.
Oh man, Dandy's mind is bugged, but GG! 49 minutes.